The method is as provided by law: electronic accreditation, electronic upload of results on the IRF portal, and that is why we are doing this mock. We are taking proactive measures to ensure that we give voters a pleasant experience, voting experience on election day.
Is it a question that hurts Nigeria? What really happened on February 25th, 2023? Millions of Nigerians voted in what was promised to be the most transparent election in the nation's history. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, led by Professor Mahmood Yakubu, introduced two new technologies, BVAS and ILEF, both meant to eliminate rigging and restore confidence in Nigeria's democracy. But when the time came to transmit presidential results, the entire system mysteriously failed. Today, as Yakubu walks away from office, Professor Fidelis Oditah, SAN, a respected international lawyer and King's Counsel in the UK, says something every Nigerian is thinking. Is he regretful that Mahmood was allowed to go without telling Nigerians what the glitches were that prevented result transmission in 2023? That statement captures a deep national wound, the pain of betrayal, wrapped in one word: glitches. Before the 2023 election, INEC's preparation gave Nigerians hope. BVAS, the bimodal voter accreditation system, was designed to verify voters biometrically and stop multiple voting. IREF, the INEC result viewing portal, was meant to upload results directly from polling units to central server in real time. Professor Yakubu personally assured Nigerians, international observers, and political parties that the era of result manipulation was over. He told the nation that every vote would count. He told the world that Nigeria had entered a new age of electoral transparency. For once, Nigerians believed him. The international community was excited. The European Union, African Union, and ECOWAS all supported Nigeria's digital transition. Foreign partners provided technical and financial support worth millions of dollars. Even the United States, through the State Department, described the 2023 election as a test of Nigeria's democratic maturity. Observers' missions were deployed across the country, from Lagos to Maiduguri, from Enugu to Kano, ready to witness a technological breakthrough. But what they got instead was chaos and confusion. On election day, everything seemed to start well. BVAS worked at most polling units for accreditation. People cheered when INEC officials said results would be uploaded live. Then suddenly, silence. The ILEF portal stopped working. Polling officers struggled to upload presidential results. The system crashed, and hours turned into days of uncertainty. Professor Yakubu later appeared before the nation and said calmly, there were technical glitches in the transmission process. But Nigerians noticed something strange. The so-called glitches affected only the presidential election, while the National Assembly results were transmitted smoothly. Coincidence or manipulation? Till today, no one knows. When INEC went ahead to declare results, millions felt betrayed. Videos from polling units showed agents begging officials to upload results before leaving. Voters who stayed under the sun for hours cried in disbelief. The European Union's final report later stated clearly that the 2023 election fell short of expectations and was lacking transparency and consistency. Even local observers, civil society groups, and religious leaders condemned the process. But Yakubu refused to take responsibility. When Nigerians demanded answers, he said, if you are not satisfied, go to court. That single statement became a symbol of arrogance and disregard. Go to court. It meant, we know you are powerless. We have moved on. Now, days after Yakubu's exit, Professor Fidelis Oditah has broken the silence. In a calm but powerful statement, he said, it is regretful that Mahmood was allowed to go without telling Nigerians what those glitches were. He simply said there were glitches. Until today, He has left without telling us what these glitches were. To Oditah, this is not just about technology. It is about truth, accountability, and respect for citizens. How can a nation spend billions of naira on elections and yet fail to explain what went wrong? How can democracy function when institutions hide behind the word glitches to avoid responsibility? This is not the first time Nigerians have been deceived by promises of reform. In 2019, INEC postponed elections at the last minute, citing logistics challenges. 4 years later, the excuse changed from logistics to glitches. Different election, same frustration, same silence. What makes 2023 even worse is that it happened under the full watch of international observers, people who trusted Nigeria to finally get it right. Now, that global trust is broken. With Professor George Amopita SAN now appointed as the new INEC chairman, the nation faces a crucial question. Will Amopita clear up the mess Yakubu left behind? Or will Nigerians see another election where excuses replace accountability? The 2027 elections are already taking shape, but unless INEC publicly explains what went wrong with Beavers and ILF, those same glitches may return to haunt Nigeria again. And this time, the consequences could be far worse, not just politically, but socially. Because when citizens lose faith in elections, they lose faith in democracy itself. So yes, Professor Oditah is right. It is indeed regretful that Mahmood Yakubu was allowed to go without explaining what happened. Because until the truth about those glitches is revealed, Nigeria's democracy will remain in doubt, and the voice of the people will remain silenced behind technology that failed when it mattered most. This is Chinick TV, where we ask the questions others are afraid to ask.